Tilman, welcome.
Hey, Kelly.
Want to start with a couple of things that jump out to me from your notes. The pickup you've seen at the steakhouses and the cratering in demand at those tourist and business travel locations.
You know, it's amazing, but what the most people are coming back to are the expensive steakhouses and your higher end concepts. And you know, it's great to see because they are your most profitable restaurants, but at the same time, your urban restaurants continue to be really slow, where you need the business traveler, the group person, the convention person, and leisure's slow. I mean, you know, even though airlines have picked up, people aren't getting on airplanes and flocking to resorts yet, where there's destinations on the water where people can eat. But then we're also fighting, what you just said, is a lot of your big cities, you named 7 of them, 7 of probably the 15 largest cities in America are not open, and they're just gradually starting to get there. And until they all open, we're really not going to get a good feel of what's really happening in America yet.
But Tilman, would you say, broadly speaking, you're a little bit more cautious than maybe the stock market or, you know, the people who are now kind of excited by, you know, how well the reopening is going? I mean, to be down 60% still is a really tough slog, and it just makes me wonder how many companies in a position like yours, especially, let's say, you know, a small restaurant, that sort of thing, a mom and pop, and if this goes on for a couple months longer and you're down this much, I mean, what's going to happen then?
Well, I mean, it's funny you talk about that, and everybody's, you know, so thrilled that the country's reopening, but and where we were, that, you know, being down 50, 60% feels pretty good when you were at 0.
Sure.
But at the same time, when the PPP money runs out for a lot of these small businesses, especially the restaurant business and your little mom and pop businesses, when they don't have that money to pay their employees, and if they're using that money to pay the rent today and they're not going to have it tomorrow, and their same store sales don't start getting better toward 20%, 30%, a lot of little businesses are going to be in trouble in this country. So just that's why the stock market's ahead of itself.
Tilman, you mentioned a moment ago that it's the big cities that haven't reopened yet. We just heard that San Francisco is going to reopen this weekend for outdoor dining. But I think of your places in Manhattan that I've been to, like Del Frisco's or Mastro's. Those places are packed with business people going for happy hour and maybe apps and dinner after work for business dinners. And I can't imagine that even after those urban centers, quote, reopen, that there's going to be a stampede of people coming back into these high-end sort of carriage trade restaurants. It seems to me like it's going to take a while.
Well, that's my big concern, and that's why I worry about all these small companies when their PPP runs out, is because everything's relative. You're a big company, you have big bills. You're a little company, you have little bills. But we're all affected the same, and they're not coming back to New York immediately. So much of the business in New York is not the local business, but it's the business traveler, the convention business, the group business. And, you know, when we talk about Vegas in a few minutes, we'll get into that, about, you know, how much of the Vegas business is group and convention business. And that's why I tell people, don't get too excited. This is going to be a slow road back. And if everybody will just watch and be patient, but you better hold on to your dollars at the same time, because it's not coming back. We've reopened. We see some numbers last week, the labor numbers. Well, of course the labor numbers are better. We opened up a lot of the country. I brought back 30,000 employees in the month of May, and I'm just one little company. So of course the numbers are going to be better, but it's a slow road back. And where are we come November, December?